After moving to a modified schedule in March, Metro plans on being back to full service by June 28th. Metro transitioned to the modified schedule following the governor's announcement of the stay-at-home order in response to the pandemic. Since then, Metro has put in place a number of new measures for the safety of riders and employees, including daily cleanings and plexiglass barriers to separate the riders from the drivers.
All right, so tonight, major changes to public transportation in northern Kentucky is on the overall budget agenda for Tank. Now, the Transit Authority of Northern Kentucky is planning changes to its bus routes, but as WCPO 9 News reporter Josh Bazan explains tonight, some are just not happy at all with what could come next.
There still remains a few areas for improvement that we feel are really important to keep an eye on.
Covington's Assistant City Manager Bruce Applegate is the city's point person when it comes to Tank's 2020 system redesign. He's been busy talking to neighbors and gathering feedback about the potential changes to those bus routes.
I think the primary response that we've heard from the public is that this is something that they need and that they cannot conduct their day-to-day activity, life, etc. without.
Originally, Tank planned to eliminate Route 8 on Eastern Avenue, eliminate service to Covington's largest employer, Fidelity Investments, and require transfers to get to St. Elizabeth Hospital in Edgewood. After public feedback, Tank adjusted those changes, but the city is still worried some neighbors in low-income neighborhoods won't have easy access to the hospital.
We were seeing segments of the population getting cut out of access again to the basic amenities that are out there again. It was like education, healthcare.
Tank declined our request for an on-camera interview, but says these are the final recommendations for the redesign and says any changes wouldn't be possible before the plan rolls out later this year. Tank says the proposed changes would decrease the number of peak vehicles needed to run the system by more than 20%, while the number of people within walking distance of frequent busing will increase 155%. Those changes are part of the authority's overall budget that still has to be approved by Tank's board of directors. So Covington is hopeful something can change before the new routes go into effect.
The city is really focused on trying to fight for the different requests, wants, or needs that our community members have.
That meeting starts at 5:30 and will be streamed live on Tank's Facebook page. Anything that comes out of tonight's meeting will still have to go up for final approval with the fiscal courts in Boone, Kenton, and Campbell counties. Reporting in Covington, Josh Bazan, WCPO 9 News.